Hey, greetings parents. I wanted to take a quick minute, if you couldn't make it to open house, to kind of explain the homework, because it's my most asked question at open house. So every student has this reading log and it is in their binder. I help set it up for them in their ELA section. In it, they have a spot where they can write the date, the book they're reading, the number of pages. And then here, where it has a spot about finish or abandon it, when they finish it, they'll put the date, they'll give it a rating, they'll take an AR test and put the score of the AR test, and then I will stamp it or initial it because they're gonna get a prize. Now, sometimes we don't like books and we abandon them, so they would put an A for abandon, and then they would also keep track of why they abandoned that book. Now, a lot of this is just mainly so that I can have conversations with them when we have reading conferences about what they're reading. Here's an example of what a finished one might look like. It will have all the dates, whether they finished them, and their scores. Now, you may say, when is my child filling this out? They are not doing this at home. You are welcome to check their reading log so you can see how they're doing, but this is putting the logging of the reading on them. They're only putting, like right now, they should be at the library. They should have at least 2 books have written by now, and how they're doing on it. But really, this just allows you to have conversations. They're gonna do these reading logs at school when they have our reading days. Our library day is Tuesday. And so every other Tuesday we'll go to the library, but I want them to have their books with them all the time. So if they can keep their library books, even if they're reading at home, if they'll remember to put them back in their backpacks. And then the other thing that tends to be homework is anything they don't finish in their Google Classroom. Or as assignments. So you're gonna see, I try to set my Google Classroom up by week, and then all of the assignments will be here. Anything that is graded is gonna have a due date. And so you'll be able to see when it is due. When they are finished, they typically gray out, and you can do a quick check this way. Students actually have a little spot over here when they click it that they can see their to-dos, and it'll show all the things they have to do in all their classes. Now, one thing I had several questions about was the online textbook. So we don't use the online textbook every day, but we do use it a couple times per unit. It does push out to Google Classroom, and then there will be a link here you can go to it. Another way to go to it is through single sign-on. And when they're in single sign-on, it'll open up, and they'll see that they use this textbook also in science and math, and it'll show all the classes. When they go ahead and click on it, it'll take them to their homepage, and when they get in, they'll be able to see what's due. Anything that shows up, now mine is a teacher view, so it looks a little different, but anything that shows up in that main window is gonna be assignments that are due. When assignments are finished, they go to a little spot and it says binder. And so you can always go back and look at their finished work in binder. All right, guys, those are the basics of our class and where to look for work and things like that. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Parent Square. Thanks, bye.